the complete fraction workbook. In this section, we're going to subtract fractions. To subtract fractions, we need a common denominator, or a bottom. Don't worry, I'll show you an easy way. And it's actually just like we did for addition. To find out the common denominator, we're just going to multiply denominators together. So in my first fraction, I have 4 over 5. So you'll notice that I multiplied by 4 on the bottom. But if I multiply by 4 on the bottom, I have to multiply by 4 on the top. When I look at my second fraction, I have 3/4, which means I need to multiply by 5. If I multiply by 5 on the bottom, I have to multiply by 5 on the top. So this is going to give us 4 times 4, which is 16 over 20, and 3 times 5, which is 15 over 20. So now all we have to do is subtract. 16 minus 15 is 1. The denominator doesn't change. It has to stay the same. So 4/5 minus 3/4 is 1/20. So what happens if I have a mixed number? We're just going to change the mixed number to an improper fraction. So I took 7 times 4 plus 2 over 7. Remember, we don't change the denominator. 7 times 4 plus 2 is 30 over 7 minus 1/8. Now we need to find our common denominator, which means we just multiply the denominators together. So if I multiply by 8 here, I have to multiply by 8 here. In the second fraction, I multiply by 7 on the bottom. I have to multiply by 7 on the top. So 30 times 8 is 240. 1 times 7 is 7. And of course, we have 56 on the bottom. That's great, because now we have a common denominator. So 240 minus 7 turns out to be 233 over 56. And that's my answer. Now it's your turn to try. So you're going to pause the video, answer the questions, then play to check. So let's see how you did. First, we need to multiply by the common denominators. Or basically, we're just multiplying the denominators together. So I multiplied by 3 here, multiply by 3 here. Then my second fraction, 1/3. I have to multiply by 7. I have to multiply by 7. So 3 times 3 is 9. 1 times 7 is 7. And of course, 7 times 3 or 3 times 7 is 21. When I reduce, I end up with 2 over 21. In the second one, we first need to convert the improper fraction to a mixed number. So I took 3 times 1 plus 2. Remember, we keep the denominator the same, over 3. Well, 3 times 1 plus 2 is 5 over 3. This is where we start multiplying our denominators. So I multiplied by 4, and I multiplied by 4 to my first fraction. Then I multiply by 3, and multiply by 3 in the second fraction. So I end up with 20 over 12 minus 3 over 12, which gives us 17 over 12. Perfect! So this is the end of the video. You're ready to go back to the workbook and complete the practice problems. Remember, all you have to do is click on the light bulb, and it'll take you to the solutions. They're just in the back of the book.